Dad, did we take a wrong turn? No way. The villager back there said, go straight, turn left, turn left again, and then turn right. But Dad, we've already turned left 6 times. Then you must have remembered it wrong. Who is so bold? It's those two. How dare they call Magistrate Zhao a corrupt dog official right here in Fengyang? Brothers, save your breath. We must see your magistrate today. We demand to see your magistrate. On his very first day visiting Fengyang in disguise, the great Hongwu Emperor, Zhu Yuanzhang, was actually stuffed into a sack by the local villagers. The people of Fengyang are dressed in rags, starving, and unable to fill their bellies. Their granaries are completely empty. And after the heavy rainstorm, Fengyang is devastated by disaster with everyone cold and starving. With my people suffering like this, as their emperor, my heart aches for them. Since you can't put your mind at ease, then we should go see it with our own eyes. If the people are truly suffering, we will take extra care of them from now on. But if that county magistrate is oppressing and exploiting the people, I will deal with him myself. Dad, right ahead is the boundary of Fengyang. Stop right there. You think you can enter without paying the toll? Is the magistrate forcing you into a corner, leaving you with no choice but to make a living here? Tell me. I will teach that corrupt dog of a magistrate a lesson for you. Who do you think you are? Don't you dare drag us into insulting Magistrate Zhao. Nobody but us Fengyang locals is allowed to call him names, that corrupt official. And yet, the people protect him like this. Could they have been brainwashed by Zhao Xing? So, how much is this toll? 5 taels of silver for a carriage, 3 taels for a horse. Rounding it up, that will be 100 taels of silver. How on earth does that round up to that much? Son, pay them. Zhao Xing, I will definitely remember you. Keep to the right. Don't block the road. Watch out, or the traffic police division will fine you. The official road to Fengyang has been neglected for years, muddy and nearly impassable. The Fengyang granaries are empty, the people are starving, and they are dressed in rags, suffering beyond words. Damn it, every single word of that report is a lie. Why don't those people over there have to wait in line? A VIP lane? What kind of lane is that? The magistrate says, the more you pay, the better the service. And that, my friend, is what we call the VIP lane. Entry fee, 2 taels for a person, 3 taels for a horse, and 5 taels for a carriage. They even charge for entering the city? Want to see the magistrate? That's extra. How much? 500 taels just to get your foot in the door. Fine. Perfect. Out of toners, right? What business do you have with a corrupt official like Zhao Xing anyway? Magistrate Zhao is really playing with fire. That guy's got some real nerve. Dad, maybe we should watch our tongues? Watch our tongues? No! We are absolutely going to meet this corrupt dog. Skewers, get your fresh skewers here. Savory crepes, spicy hot pot, spicier than the hottest courtesan at the Red Pavilion. Wait, what are you charging us for? Smells amazing. That will be 750 coins for the 3 bowls. Wait a minute, everyone else pays 68 coins a bowl. Why is ours so expensive? Well, they ordered the basic version, but you guys had the 250 deluxe combo. Just pay up. When in Rome, do as the Romans do. Tell me the truth. Is this Zhao Heng a corrupt official? Oh, absolutely. Then why on earth do people still defend such a corrupt dog of an official? When it comes to making money, Lord Zhao is the absolute best. You can call him a massive crook, but you cannot call him a corrupt dog. Lord Zhao's corruption is a blessing to us. If he didn't line his pockets, how would we ever live this well? Before he came, we starved and froze in the winter. Now, we can eat meat 15 days a month. If other officials don't steal to help us, we'd rather let Lord Zhao take it all. All the more reason for us to meet him. Excuse me, friend. Which way is the county office? Go straight, turn left again, and then turn right. Ah, there really are good people among the common folk. I'll go find an inn to settle down first. You two find the office first, then come get me. Son! Yes, father. Did we take a wrong turn? Impossible. The local said go straight, turn left again, and then right. But we've already turned left 6 times. Then you must have remembered it wrong. Who's that bold? It's those two. They're the ones bad-mouthing Magistrate Zhao. Get them, brothers. Teach them a lesson. I'm holding back. We must see this Zhao Xing. I want to see for myself what kind of monster this corrupt official is to have the entire county defending him like this. Sigh. Who is cursing me outside this time? Sir, it's 2 old out-of-toners. And they look pretty loaded, too. Out-of-toners, huh? Well, that's going to cost extra. Man, now this is what I call being an official. Ha-ha! My lord, we succeeded. We actually did it. Have you tested it yet? Yes. Tested and proven it works perfectly. Let's head to the Research Institute right now. Who knew you could still be so full of life, my lord? Kunzi, what are you waiting for? Get the carriage ready. Can't you see I'm about to head out? Coming! Right this way, my lord. Hurry up and drive. What do you have stuffed in your pocket? 10? You're bringing rations when we're just going out? If you keep eating like this, you're going to eat your boss out of house and home. Oh, whatever. Just go ahead and eat them. You're the absolute best, boss. Ah, I almost forgot. We're not as poor as we used to be. Let's go. To the Research Institute. To think something, actually, made my lord jump right off his lounge chair. What kind of awesome stuff did the Research Institute cook up this time? Whoa. Dad, this carriage looks way more luxurious than yours. Keep your mouth shut. No one's going to think you're mute if you don't talk. The entire imperial court has always practiced absolute frugality, yet someone here is squeezing the people dry to this extent. Whose carriage is this? Whose else could it be? That's our county magistrate Zhao's carriage. Everyone in Fengyang County knows it. Biaoer, I want to see for myself what this corrupt official is up to. Riding in such luxury, we mustn't alert them. Follow them and see where he's going to enjoy himself. My lord, someone seems to be following us. Don't worry about it. Should I have Hazy deal with them? There are so many people who worship me every single day. Those two might just be my fans. Fans? Like noodle fans? What about rice fans? My lord, aren't fans and rice both things you eat? How can they describe people? Why do you have so many questions? Understood. The fans who worship my lord are definitely not for eating. Dad, do you think he noticed us? If he had, he would have sent people to throw a sack over our heads by now. So why did he come all the way to this middle of nowhere? What else could he be doing? Corrupt officials live in pure luxury. He's either building a private villa or hiding a treasure vault. Ooh, Dad, what are you thinking now? This corrupt official sure knows how to treat himself well. He actually squandered the people's labor to build such a massive villa in the countryside. Dad, this place doesn't really look like a private villa. It seems to have some other purpose. Besides indulging himself, what else could a guy like him possibly do? Just wait until I gather all his criminal evidence to teach him a lesson. It hit right on the city wall. Make sure he pays for his sins. Group leader 2. Get that Italian cannon over here. Fire. My lord, your masterpiece is complete. Sister, those are weapons of mass destruction. A mere county magistrate secretly making firearms. My lord, this is our first-generation combat-ready prototype. Get to the point. Within a radius of 20 meters from impact, not a single blade of grass will survive. But the further the target, the lower the accuracy. But its sheer power is more than enough to wipe out an entire enemy formation. Let's fire a test shot. How far should we go first? 500 meters. Man, I have a really bad feeling about this. What's wrong? You're the crown prince. Why are you acting like that superstitious old fool, Liu Bowen? Wait a minute. Liu Bowen came with us, didn't he? But since we entered the city, I haven't seen him anywhere. Father, now is not the time to worry about Liu Bowen. Father, I'm going over there to relieve myself. Go ahead. Then I'll go relieve myself, too. Father, with you standing right next to me, how am I supposed to pee? I've watched you run around naked since you were a baby. But Father, I'm already... If you have the guts, go ahead and usurp my throne. I won't say a single word. It's just taking a dump. Did they really have to blast us with artillery? That audacious bastard, Zhao Xing. Father, keep it down. Keep it down my ass. Is he trying to start a rebellion? How dare he secretly develop such a weapon of mass destruction? This is a matter of grave consequence. We could turn a blind eye to corruption and extravagance. Considering the people of Fengyang are living well, don't talk back. But secretly making firearms with such terrifying power? Father, you and I might actually lose our lives here today. That's right. The blast radius is about 30 meters. That's an improvement from last time. Everyone gets a bonus of 20 taels of silver, plus 3 days of paid leave, and 2 more days of annual leave. Thank you, my lord. My lord has the heart of a Buddha. You are such a good man. Shut up. Who are you calling a living Buddha? Who's a good man? I give you money and paid leave. And you dare to insult me like this? Half your salary is docked this month. For our lord, calling him a good man is worse than insulting his ancestors. No sympathy. None at all. Keep testing. 1 kilometer, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers. Test them all. Yes, sir. Wait, send men to check the perimeter of the training grounds. Your Highness, he wants to test it at 1 kilometer, 3 kilometers, and even 5 kilometers. Did you hear that? If this weapon can shoot up to 5 kilometers, our current Ming firearms are far inferior. Having fought his way through chaotic wars, Zhu Yanzhang knows exactly how crucial firearms are. A weapon of this magnitude must never fall into the hands of those with treasonous intent. Zhao Xing lives an extravagant life, and he conjures up excuses to pocket silver. We can tolerate that. But this is no longer just about a corrupt official. This is military power. This is the kind of weapon that overthrows dynasties. That kid actually figured it out. Isn't he just another Zhu Chongba? Father. He's planning a rebellion. Amassing wealth to build cannons, secretly manufacturing weapons. I want to see how many more surprises this Zhao Xing has in store for me. This matter must be thoroughly investigated. If he is indeed secretly manufacturing weapons, it won't be as simple as raiding his house. Even he knows that nobles and kings are not born to their ranks. For his great ambition, he amasses wealth, builds roads, wins over the populace, and develops firearms. Can you show some drive and make me proud for once? Father, were you scared out of your wits by that cannon just now? Dad, are you telling me to covet your throne? I'm talking about drive. Drive. Do you understand? Who are you guys? Why are you here? This place is less than 500 meters from the research institute. All the locals know it's dangerous, and wouldn't come close even if you paid them. Are you two spies? Young man. Shh, quiet. Please be quiet. We are leaving right now. Freeze! Father, a mere child dares to point a gun at me? You actually dared to fire? We don't show mercy to spies. Father, the odds are against us. Let's head inside first, okay? Great, just great. In Fengyang, even a little kid dares to threaten me with a gun. Let's go. Father, this place doesn't look like a leisure villa. It really doesn't. Gunpowder laboratory? Italian artillery factory? Steam engine research and development room? I have never heard of these names before, Father. This is no luxury retreat. This is a secret workshop. Father, they don't seem to be playing around. Lu Shang, you brat, why did you bring two outsiders in? I brought these spies for you to deal with. Well, Zhao Xing, a secret factory with fruit platters. Spies? Fantastic, finally we got some spies. Father, why are they so happy to see spies? They must be out of their minds. Give these two spies to our Italian Artillery Research Institute. Step aside, you guys try to snatch everything. We're short-staffed over at the steam engine department. Stop fighting. Our gunpowder lab just had a few more people injured in an explosion the other day. Who could possibly be shorter on staff than me? If we're gonna fight for them, let's fight. Who's afraid of who? So this is the top secret zone of Fengyang County. What a shocking moral decline. 3 men fighting in broad daylight. How incredibly lively. All right, we haven't even confirmed if they're spies yet, and you're already fighting over them. The townspeople can easily make at least 5 taels of silver a month, working on their own, and they get to reunite with their families every day. Where did the two of you come from? We're from Yingtian Prefecture. We aren't spies. My name is Zhu Damu, and this is my dad. We came to Fengyang to do business. If you're doing business, why didn't you stay in town? Instead, you're squatting outside the research institute. He just happened to see the carriage inside from the street, so he followed it here. Dad, you can say your own name, right? I was born in the 8th month, and I'm the 8th child in my family, so my name is Baba. My goodness, your name is actually Pig Daddy. I wouldn't have guessed. This old man's parents were pretty creative to give him a name like that. Are you done looking? All right. I'll just call you Old Pig, and your son Pig Tomb. Same old rule. 500 taels, non-negotiable. 500 taels. Just to meet me once costs 500 taels. Seeing how deep your father-son bond is, I'll give you a 20% discount. Make it 800 taels. My lord, wasn't it 500 taels? Are you stupid? I can make an extra 300 taels and still look like the good guy. Why shouldn't I charge per head? What on earth was I thinking when I took you two in? I'm laying my cards on the table. 1,000 taels, no discount. Pay 1,000 first to show me what you've got. You are clearly using this as an excuse to extort money. That's not fair to say. This is just a little token of appreciation for paying me a visit. Just to meet you once costs a whopping 500 taels. It has already skyrocketed to 1,000 taels. Do you even know the imperial laws governing officials? Taking massive bribes in secret. The punishment is severe. By law, they must be punished without mercy. My lord, why don't we just dispose of them right now? and end this trouble once and for all. That is incredibly reckless. Doing things this way will only bring us endless trouble. Why not drag them to the artillery range and blow them to pieces? How dare you use vigilante justice? We poured our hearts and souls into developing gunpowder, only for you to use these weapons to slaughter people. I mastered the craft of firearms myself, so naturally, I am the one who sets the rules here. You keep accusing me of being greedy for wealth, but do you have any actual proof? Did you see me accept it with your own eyes? The bribes paid just to meet you, does that not count? I have never used my authority to grant you even the slightest favor, since no authority was used. It was nothing more than a voluntary token of their goodwill. How utterly shameless. Lord Zhao, here is a humble gift. Please accept it. Even though we haven't seen the full capabilities of these firearms, prepare immediately for a 5,000 Li artillery test fire. 5,000 Li. Can this cannon really fire that far? I never said that. It's simply the truth. Lu Shang, you must act with extreme caution. Not a single mistake is allowed. Yes, my lord. The reloading and firing is actually this fast? It reached the absolute horizon. Keep firing. If such a formidable weapon is used on the battlefield, it will surely be unstoppable. Since we've become friends, I wonder, could you put a price on such fine cannons? The sale of these weapons affects the very foundation of Fengyang. It is absolutely not something that gold or silver can buy. I allowed you to come as an official merchant, but privately buying military weapons is a capital crime. Know your place, and do not harbor any foolish ideas. Zhu Damu. He's a sensible and clever man. The carriage hasn't budged an inch for a long time, yet now it has already driven so far away. They installed shock absorbers underneath. Carriages, horses, and firearms. My lord, all of our technical specifications meet the standard. The final results have far exceeded our expectations, my lord. You did an excellent job this time. Raise their official stipends, and make sure all of their benefits are fully paid out. Benefits. What other benefits are there besides our stipends? May I ask, what kind of new regulation in Fengyang is this benefit exactly? First is retirement. You don't have to work, yet you can receive silver every month. Second is medical care. The government will cover most of your medical bills. If you are temporarily unemployed with no work to be found, the government will support you in full. In addition, there is compensation. Working women who give birth and raise children will also receive rewards. This is to encourage family growth and increase the population. On top of that, there are housing subsidies. Collectively, they are known as the 5 insurances and 1 fund. Thank you, Master Guan. Thank you, Master Guan. Why do men also have to pay for maternity benefits? Those without a wife indeed lose out a bit. Who are you saying is losing out, huh? So what if you have a wife? I've fought battles for half my life and traveled the world, but today, my eyes have truly been opened. Ha ha ha! Father, this 6-fold protection scheme sounds like it genuinely cares for the commoners. It seems beneficial to the people, but there are plenty of tricks hidden within. Paying for medical treatment, compensations for injuries, and help through life and death. Such promises are far too exaggerated. Under the illusion of these empty promises, they strive for this so-called secure future. This is hardly a blessing for the commoners. They are clearly using this to fleece and exploit the people. But right now, the people of Fengyang are well fed and clothed, and the workshop workers truly support him from the bottom of their hearts. That is exactly why he is so dangerous. He uses money to win over the masses, high salaries to recruit talent, and welfare to secure their loyalty. If such a minister were fully loyal to the imperial court, it would be a blessing for our dynasty. But if you wish to investigate and prosecute him, be sure to prepare the travel budget for the investigation first. The imperial court can never tolerate an official who is this difficult to control. There is something I wish to ask all of you. The silver coins needed for these various protections, at the end of the day, aren't they all deducted from your own stipends? The silver collected by the government office far exceeds the daily cost of the subsidies distributed. Actually, these are nothing more than small favors. Can any of you guarantee that he will actually pay out the retirement silver in the future, or continuously look after you through sickness and suffering? What if he gets promoted and transferred one day, running off with all the accumulated silver? By then, you will have nowhere to turn for help, and it will be too late for regrets. It was only after Master Zhao arrived here that we finally had a stable livelihood and could afford to fill our bellies every day. Even if he does want to hoard money, We would give it to him gladly. Besides, his lordship has never once oppressed the poor. The meager income of ordinary folks is something his lordship would never deign to take. Father, things don't look good. Watch your words. Unfortunately, you just don't get it. Imperial father was far too impulsive this time. Refuting my measures in public like that earlier? How should we settle this account? I suppose you don't know the details of this matter. Ever since we rolled out all those public welfare programs, I've been paying out of my own pocket to cover the deficit. Even losing my own money. I wonder how someone so good at making money could willingly accept such a loss. I was merely asking out of curiosity. But looking at it now, Lord Zhao truly has the people's best interests at heart. He is a fine official, a rare find in this world. In the future, we must use our trade networks to get a good handle on him. Since there's nothing else, let's head back to the city together. Lord Zhao, where are you heading after we return to the city? Didn't you two say before that you were in trade? I happen to have some novel goods on hand that I can let you sell on my behalf to see just how good your business skills are. If they sell well, I can hand over the transport and carriage business to you in the future. Father, we've arrived. He charges a fortune just for a brief meeting. Yet who would have thought his lordship's daily office would be this shabby and run down? What are you standing there dazed for? It's truly heartbreaking to talk about. Our Fengyang region is simply too barren and impoverished. Sigh, for 3 whole years, times have been incredibly tight and difficult. We couldn't even scrape up enough money to replace the broken office sign. And yet, his travel carriage is the height of luxury. Instead, he complains about how impoverished the county office is. Come on in, sit down, and let's chat. Hazy, quick. Serve some tea for our 2 distinguished guests. Fengyang is running extremely low on funds right now, so we can only afford this coarse, broken tea. Normally, I only drink plain water, and I only bring out this coarse tea when honorable guests visit. Such a translucent and exquisite vessel. Its quality far exceeds even the prized colored glass treasures in the imperial palace. This piece is of absolutely exceptional quality. This is without a doubt a priceless treasure, a rare find in this world. I wonder where my lord managed to find such an exquisite item. Things like this are hardly rare to me. If I wanted to, I could make as many as I want. Fengyang has already set up a fully functioning workshop now. Mass-producing this stuff is a piece of cake. Mass-producing? What does mass-producing mean? Well, there is no point in explaining further. You wouldn't understand how it works anyway. But for now, I am only going to release 100 pieces. We will claim to the outside world that only 2 exist under heaven, both kept in the imperial palace under His Majesty's care. And the only other remaining piece has been lost among the common folk, its whereabouts unknown to this day. No, this is my marketing strategy for the glassware. Would those high officials and wealthy tycoons even dare to show it off after buying it? They will only hide it at home and admire it day after day. And the longer they hide it, the more they will feel superior to everyone else. But what if, just what if, it is inevitable that some of them might gather privately to show off that they have one? If 2 of them show up with it at the same gathering, won't our cover be blown? That is even less of a problem. Why? Because I have another trick up my sleeve called the brand effect. It is about selling a story and a concept. As for what brand effect is, well, that is a long story. Let me explain it to you in detail. First, let me ask you, if we gave this glass cup to a beggar on the street, but forbade him from selling it, what would he do with it? If he can't sell it for silver, it is nothing but a useless piece of junk to him. And what if you tried to sell a glass bowl for 100 taels of silver to a common farmer, alongside a ceramic bowl for 3 copper? Which one would he choose? He would naturally choose the 3 copper coin ceramic bowl. A poor family only needs something cheap that costs a few copper coins. For common folk, keeping fed and clothed is what matters most. They would never want something so flashy yet completely useless. Besides, trying to squeeze money out of commoners is like trying to get meat off a mosquito's leg. There is no real money to be made from them. If we're going to make money, I can sell one of these identical glass bowls for 1 tael of silver and sell the other one to wealthy merchants and nobles for 1,000 or even 10,000 taels of silver. And on top of that, I'll have them begging me to sell it to them. Throughout this journey, it became clear that this man, Zhao Xing, is an absolute master at manipulating people's minds. The entire Fengyang County is like an impenetrable fortress, and every single citizen in the county is fiercely loyal to him. What is more, these people hold the technology to manufacture firearms, and they are loyal to Zhao Xing. If Zhao Xing were merely greedy for wealth, that would be one thing. We can still keep tabs on him for now. But if he has sinister motives and plots a rebellion, then the entire county's citizens, research institutes, craftsmen, and firearms tech, they'll become the sharpest weapon in his hands. If one sells for 100 taels, and another sells for 1,000 or 10,000 taels, everyone will naturally buy the cheaper option. Why on earth would they beg you to sell them the expensive one? That right there is the brand effect. And this method is incredibly simple. It can be used over and over again, and it costs next to nothing. How do you do it? Build a unique identity, tell a story, and establish a concept. Make sure everyone believes that only the things sold by us have real value, meaning, and status. Then, you pull off hunger marketing and celebrity endorsements. Those wealthy merchants and powerful elites in Yingtian Prefecture will definitely be milked for every penny they... This kid is cut out to be a businessman. Celebrity endorsement? Carrying salt? You want us to smuggle salt? Are you... That's a capital offense that'll get your entire family executed. Look, I'm not talking about the salt you cook with. Celebrity endorsement means asking someone famous, powerful, and respected to... Once other people see that the big shots are using it, they'll want to buy it too. That way they feel one step closer to the person they admire. It's about status. Sudamo, your brain is incredible. Biaoer, you're a fast learner. Then, what on earth does hunger marketing mean? Easy. It means making the shop assistants sell things on an empty stomach. If they don't make a sale, they don't get to eat. If that's really the case, isn't that a bit too cruel? Wow, you've got quite the imagination. It doesn't mean starving the workers. If they're starving, how are they supposed to work for you? Then, what does it mean? Take this batch of goods back to Yingtian Prefecture and do 3 things. First, build the brand image and brand value. Second, find someone famous enough. If you can somehow use the emperor's name, then you've really got skills. This corrupt official. How dare he use the emperor as a marketing stunt? Third, make up a story. What kind of story? Tell the public that this is a divine gift from a mythical kingdom across the sea. It came from the deep ocean, weathering thousands of miles of rough seas, just to then connect it to themes like love, power, good fortune, and longevity. The wilder the story, the higher the price. Mark the price up, way up. Every once in a while, only release 3 to 5 of them. If someone wants to buy more, turn them down. But why? Why would they want it more if we refuse to sell? Those wealthy elites aren't afraid of high prices. They're afraid of someone else having what they don't. The scarcer you say it is, the more prestigious they'll think it is. The more you claim only high-status people, the more they'll worry that they aren't worthy of it. Does that make sense to you? My goodness, this is absolutely horrific. Who in their right mind would drink these dregs? And they had the nerve to call this premium tea for VIPs. I'd take a milk tea over this any day. Just some brewed tea mixed with milk and honey, plus some slow-cooked sweet red beans. Now that is pure heaven. They certainly know every trick in the book to hoard wealth, hype up products, and manipulate. I bet this rundown cliff is nothing but a facade to fool outsiders. All right, we get the picture. We'll be taking this batch of goods now. Whoa, hold on. What's the meaning of this? Payment. Where is the payment? I mean, seriously. You didn't think you could just walk away with it for free, did you? Fine. Spit it out. How much silver are we talking about? For 100 glass cups, that will be 30,000 taels of silver. If you take 100 pieces for 30,000, that makes it 300 taels per piece. If we talk it up to the skies, use his tactics, spin stories, and elevate their status, selling them for 1,200 taels a piece wouldn't be impossible at all. 30,000 taels is no small amount. Fine, we will foot the bill. But we don't have that much in banknotes on us right now. Sure, you'll have to head back and grab them. Old Zhu, you go first. When you're ready, come straight to the county office to find me. Safe travels, gentlemen. Next time you visit, we will roll out the red carpet for you. Please, after you. Father, this magistrate certainly knows how to please you, huh? He behaves much more like a human being than those other high officials. Madam, we can also pamper you with a head spa in a moment. For the hydrotherapy, would you prefer the water temperature to be on the warmer side or more moderate? You can choose from any of these floral essential oils. Well, this place certainly knows how to indulge its guests. At our Huyang Inn, service always comes first. Just a few small pages of paper to think it could compile government edicts, livelihood news, business updates, and essays. The insights in this article are truly outstanding. And the pen name is The Genius of Feng Yang. He can even write ordinary street gossip in such an engrossing way. Zitong, are you in there? Come in. Zitong, what on earth is that? What is that thing on your face? Why does this color look so much like poison to me? Master Zhao, your wife can use this with complete peace of mind. We've tested it many times, and there won't be any issues whatsoever. Changba, don't make such a fuss. Actually, it's quite comfortable. And the results are actually pretty good. We should buy some to take back to Yingtian. If you like it, Zitong, then let's buy it. This corrupt official really knows how to rake in the cash. Zitong, are you asking me for a favor? I just negotiated a business deal with Zhao Xing. I need 30,000 taels of silver to stock up. Actually, even more than 30,000. It is indeed an extraordinary treasure. Of course it is. But this 30,000 taels of silver, don't worry, Zitong. I will definitely pay you back as soon as possible. Fine. 100,000. Great. I'm completely confident about this. Once we bring this back to Yingtian Prefecture, we are guaranteed to make a massive profit. Changba, you might have been scammed by that Magistrate Zhao. Scammed? Do you have any idea how much one of these glass cups sells in this shop? I haven't even had the chance to look around yet. Come on down and check out Old Wang's secret recipe mini burgers. You absolutely don't want to miss this. Zitong, did you just call me? How could I? This humble servant would never dare call your majesty by your name. Then who was that calling me? Could it be that I'm hearing things? Changba, look over there. Is that the street vendor shouting? Today is our grand opening. A burger is only 8 copper coins. Vendor, give me a burger. Tastes pretty good. How can you still eat at a time like this? For 8 copper coins, you get eggs, meat, and a fine white flour bun. It's huge and satisfying. It's indeed very cheap. Even if what happens next makes you angry, please don't lose your temper. Execute Zhao Xing. Zitong, are you begging for mercy on his behalf? I am speaking on behalf of the people of Fengyang. He is the one who keeps the common people fed. The people have smiles on their faces. He is a rare and capable official. Your Majesty, I have never begged you for anything before. Durongfa. Well, that's a straightforward name. Huh. Sounds exactly like something Zhao Xing would come up with. Notebook and paper clearance sale. Buy 2, get 1 free today. Each notebook has 32 pages. Buy them for your children's homework. Only 50 copper coins each. 50 copper coins, buy 2, get 1 free. Clean white, take your pick. This is just as good as premium Xuan paper. 32 sheets of paper, and it only costs 50 copper coins. The quality of this paper isn't bad at all. Far more than just not bad. If this paper becomes widely available, this could cut down the expenses of every scholar in the country by more than half. How about this? I'll give you 20% off. You can take them for 80% of the price. The absolute lowest I can do is 60% of the price. I'll let you take them for 60%. And I'll throw in a palm-sized notebook, Liu Bowen. What are you doing, master? This item is highly affordable and of great quality. If every scholar in the land could use this, Great Ming's education and culture would surely flourish. With such a complete variety and such low prices, it truly is a great convenience for the common people. Good. So this is how that brat has been deceiving me. I will definitely punish him for the crime of deception. Don't forget. Your current identity is just a wealthy merchant, and Zhao Hang is only doing business with you. Are you saying I just have to take this loss lying down? If you want to buy these things to sell, can't you just buy them directly from here? Exactly. You can buy over 100 of them for just 10 taels of silver. Why on earth would we pay Zhao Hang 30,000 taels? Hey clerk, all this glassware. Zhao Hang, you wanted to make a profit off of me? Well, I'm absolutely not going to let you get your way. Hello, this glassware on display is for VIPs only. You need a membership card to purchase them. Excuse me, miss. What does VIP mean? It means very important person. Basically, it refers to the valued customers of our store. And how does one become a VIP? First, you must have local residency in Fengyang County, and then deposit 2 taels of silver in our store to set it up. If you don't have local residency, you cannot get one. That is correct. Then what happens to those 2 taels of silver? It can be used for purchases, and you'll also enjoy special discounts. Would you like to sign up for a VIP membership card right now? Zhao Hang really plans everything out. No one can ever take advantage of him. It seems our only choice is to buy directly from him. Let's go. Old Zhu, you're here. Come in, take a seat. Hazy Kunzi, get out here and welcome our honored guests. Are you guys hiding because you want a scolding? Please have some tea. Hazy, can you please stop doing things that take twice the effort for half the results? They can walk over and drink tea themselves. You didn't need to carry the whole table over here. Boss, I accidentally broke the table again. If you've got nothing better to do. Turns out, This kid has moments where he's completely helpless too. We've brought the final payment to pick up the goods, so that's easy. But after taking a stroll around Darong Fa and seeing the exact same ones selling at 6 for just 2 taels of silver, I really don't feel good about paying this 30,000 taels of silver. Your Majesty, although the price is steep, but if we sell them elsewhere, scarcity drives up the price. There is still a good profit to be made. What's expensive isn't the glazed cup itself, it's my proprietary technology. Researching and developing these products cost me an immense amount of effort and cold, hard silver. If I don't charge a bit more, how am I supposed to recoup my costs? I'm the only one with this technology, and you can only get these goods in Fengyang County. Outside of Fengyang, isn't it a rare treasure? You have a point. As long as you can make a profit once you take them, that's all that. Why care so much about how much you're buying them from me for? We'll take the goods. And our god of wealth here is quite straightforward. But we still have a few questions for Magistrate Zhao. Of course, ask away. Where does Fengyang County's research funding currently come from? With just the harvest from the commoners' fields. Can you really afford such massive expenses? Wait. This old dang couldn't be an auditor sent from above, could he? We absolutely cannot let them leave Fengyang so easily. Magistrate Zhao, we need to think of something. Oh, it's nothing. Nothing. I was just thinking about how to properly entertain you guys. Kid, don't think we don't know what you really mean. Magistrate Zhao, open the door. Open up. Open the door. I know you're in there. Don't hide inside and stay quiet. Hazy Kunzi, get over here and protect me. Boss, we're scared too. If I could, I would rather have never met that woman outside in my entire life. The magistrate, who isn't even afraid of illegally manufacturing weapons, is definitely terrified of a single woman outside. Magistrate Zhao, if you don't hand over Hazy and Kunzi right now, don't blame me for what happens next. What kind of trouble did you two get into without giving her an explanation? Boss, I didn't do anything. Me neither. Then why on earth did she come knocking on our door? Zhao Xing, open the door. Both of you, get out there and get this sorted out, or else neither of you bother coming back. Who are you? Who are they? And who is that person outside? It's a long story. Then keep it short. Better yet, don't say anything at all. Quick, get out through the back door. Don't worry, the back door is perfectly safe. What do you actually want from me, Magistrate Zhao? If you don't give me some closure today, I'm not leaving. Here is your tape. Now leave. Let's go. Brother Zhao, is this some romantic mess you've gotten yourself into? I didn't mean this kind of closure. Then spit it out. I'm asking you, what on earth did you do with my husband? I clearly have a husband, yet I'm living like a widow. And don't get these two big knuckleheads to fool me. Everyone knows they do whatever you say. I just want the truth. Why can't he just tell me if my husband is dead or alive? Guess what, Zhao Xing? What in this world has 4 legs, but can't talk and can't move? Is it a table? Wrong. It's your husband. He is really gone now. Why does this Zhao Xing speak so bluntly? A wife came to ask about her husband, yet he acts so secretive and evasive. Could this man's death be linked to Zhao Xing? Ma'am, do not be afraid. If you want justice, we can all stand as witnesses and help you. But I don't even know you. The magistrate might be unreliable, but I trust him. We all know he's unreliable. But since he's really gone, I'll head back now. Safe travels, I won't see you out. When I remarry Magistrate Zhao later, remember to send a gift, okay? I'll make sure of it. Go on, off you go. All of you, hurry up and leave. Those perfectly fine, healthy citizens. What on earth did you make them do? That we couldn't even bring their remains back? Magistrate Zhao, if this involves human trafficking, I'm afraid the misunderstanding will only grow deeper. But where are there any wealthy families in Fengyang? In other counties, the people fight over food and land. At best, the luckiest families can barely scrape by on 2 meals a day. In Fengyang, eating meat 2 or 3 times a month is a luxury. When I first got here, all I wanted was to survive 3 years so I could get the hell out of this dump. But then, I thought to myself, with this place being so desperately poor, if even I don't look out for them, who else is going to? Before I arrived, Fengyang had just survived a brutal famine. People were trading their own children, just to eat. Oh my God. Yes, trading children for food. And the poor peasants who dared to use their own seeds were brutally targeted to keep the others in line. Targeted? How? Someone went out in the dead of night and poured boiling water all over their fields. The peasants had no idea. When 2 weeks passed and nothing sprouted, they finally realized their only hope of survival for the year was gone. Back then, the soil in Fengyang wasn't land. It was a coffin lid. Whoever tried to plant anything was just waiting to die. Why didn't the peasants report this to the authorities? Why don't you go ask the emperor himself? Ask him why he didn't report it to the officials back in his day. Ask him why he was driven to such desperate, hopeless ends. I never ever expected that only a few short years after the founding of the dynasty, these corrupt, greedy officials would all crawl out of the woodwork again. Old Zhao, why are you getting so worked up? Wait, hold on. Hey, we're on the same team here. To be honest, His Majesty has so many distant relatives, there's no way he can look out for everyone. But once you start making money with me, Zhao Xing, you can spend it however you want. It's even better than being the emperor. This kid's life is actually more comfortable than mine, the actual emperor. He scorns small change. When he embezzles, he starts at 10,000 taels of silver. Well, you really are something, Zhao Xu. Big brother, we share a deep bond of brotherhood. Since there's a good way to make money, of course I won't forget you. Brother Zhu sounds warm and friendly, doesn't it? For you, this is a chance to make a massive fortune. But for me, it means finding a market for the handicrafts that the people of Fengyang worked so hard to make. This way, their lives will get a little easier. You must understand that the livelihood of the people is always the top priority. Before this, I was quite disrespectful to you, Brother Zhu. Please, forgive me. As they say, a conflict often fosters a close friendship. It's all destiny. By the way, where is my dear nephew today? I haven't seen him around. What an extraordinary presence this lady has. So elegant, graceful, and dignified. This must be Big Brother Zhu's wife, right? Indeed. And this gentleman here is Mr. Liu. He is our master's head housekeeper. Just call him Housekeeper Liu. Old Zhu, seriously, if you're a relative of the emperor, you should have just said so. Then we would. Otherwise, I would have treated you like a truly distinguished guest from the. If you only knew that I am actually the emperor of the Great Ming, I wonder if you'd fall to your knees and beg for mercy. Go ahead, Big Brother Zhu. As the magistrate of Fengyang, if you truly treat the people as your own children and make their livelihood your top priority, you shouldn't be so lazy and careless. Even our current emperor, as the son of heaven, works day and night without rest. In my view, he's completely missing the point and getting half the results once with twice the effort. He's not and micromanaging too many trivial things that he shouldn't even be meddling. How dare you? Oh no, we are finished. He's saying this right to the emperor's face. He is so dead. To let the common people finally have some breathing room, and to severely punish those corrupt officials. And yet, the biggest corrupt official in all of Great Ming is standing right in front of me. Oh, so you think you know it all? You're a relative of the emperor. How can your vision be so incredibly narrow? You're just a frog in a well. If we only relied on agriculture and suppressed trade, how many meat dishes do you think we'd even have on our tables? The emperor's intentions are good, but he's far too idealistic. Fully implementing it across the country is easier said than done. If simply emphasizing agriculture and suppressing trade could make the people rich, if cutting officials' salaries could make them clean, and if merely increasing punishments could stop corruption, then you might as well just go to sleep and dream about it. Do you even realize what you are saying? Of course I know. Our current emperor is the ruler of this nation. He should be managing grand affairs of state, not meddling in a pile of trivial, insignificant details. Emphasizing agriculture and suppressing trade might seem to raise the farmers' social status, and land reclamation everywhere makes things look prosperous. But do you know that even with all that backbreaking work, the people can barely put food on the table? Like I said, the lives of ordinary folks all across the land are solving basic survival, and hunger should be the absolute focus of the first, but the emperor is wasting all his energy on bringing down the merchant's social status. You're a corrupt official yourself, so of course you'd take the merchant's side. If there are too many merchants, and they get too rich, the common people will spend their entire lives working like beasts of burden just to feed those wealthy landlords and rich, as expected of imperial relatives. You certainly think you've got it all figured out. Just because he suffered a loss, he shouldn't claim merchants offer absolutely no benefit to the country. Nowadays, it's still the commoners who have to seek out merchants. They must buy what they need from merchants, and if no merchant is willing to buy their goods, they won't even be able to eat. If the commoners can't eat, then the officials won't eat their fill either. Do you really think they'll still genuinely care about those commoners? Then, in your opinion, officials should be paid higher salaries. This is just human nature. This kid Zhao Xing is suddenly starting to grow on me. Of course they should. An official has to support not just himself and his servants, but his entire family. On top of that, they have to pay for various expenses and social connections when running. Are you saying the court should just indulge their desire for pleasure? I'm talking about maintaining a basic level of dignity. Although they might end up corrupt either way, at least they can make sure their families live a decent life. 10 years, or even 20 years of burning the midnight oil and studying is incredibly expensive. Many from humble backgrounds exhaust their family savings and work tirelessly to become officials. They study to change their destiny. Some officials live lives that are even worse than moderately wealthy commoners who have a bit of land. Right now, with such low pay, many officials simply can't stand it. Sooner or later, the conflict between the officials and His Majesty is bound to explode. You won't be able to stop it. Don't forget, even a cornered rabbit will fight back. But these people who survived rounds of rigorous exams to finally earn their scholarly titles won't be harmless rabbits. The tea merchant from next door, Zhao Xing, is here to see you. I'm meeting a friend. You don't mind, do you? If you do mind, you're free to leave first. No worries. I'd like to meet Brother Zhao's friend, too. Lord Zhao, about that county magistrate position. After this performance evaluation, you will be the next magistrate of the neighboring county. Did you bring what I asked for? This is my resume. And 80,000 taels of silver in banknotes. What's wrong, Brother Zhu? Judging by your face, are you having stomach issues? The restroom is down this way, on your right. If you can't find it, just have Kunzi show you the way. Come on, Brother Zhu, if you're too shy, get your hands off me. Oh, look who's getting shy. Quite a temper you've got there. Do you realize that what you just did was selling government offices? Yes, I know. It's so obvious. Couldn't you tell? Good. Very good. You're just a measly county magistrate. Where do you get the authority to decide who becomes the next magistrate of Huaiyuan County? How on earth can you be the one to decide this? As expected, sister-in-law is the smart one. Besides, there's no way I could have pulled this off all by myself. I've got connections in high places. I've been in Fengyang for so many years and spent so much money bribing so many people. Getting them to do a little favor for me now is as easy as pie. Fine. I thought you, Zhao Xing, were the only corrupt one here. I never imagined that Chuzhou was already rotten to the very core. Changba is seriously considering this. Don't worry, but why are you the one panicking first? Aren't you afraid of His Majesty? Who isn't afraid of death? I'm no god. If they chop off my head, is that supposed to be legal and compliant? With what I did, nobody can find a single flaw. It's completely legal and compliant. Just see for yourself, and you'll understand. I don't recall any such clause in the Great Ming Code. It boosts the local economy, creates jobs for the people, providing positions for over 2,000 impoverished citizens, and attracts investment. It attracts talent to Huaiyuan County, builds hope communities, and has Zhou Qing set up special workshops to provide jobs. Whether it's building this tea estate or anything else, isn't all we want for the people to live a good life? When this resume of old Zhu is handed in, is his appointment as county magistrate actually legal and compliant? He is fully qualified and capable of being the magistrate of Huaiyuan County. He could have gone through the proper channels, and whoever recommended him would have been rewarded. But you accepted bribe money, and that completely changes the nature of this entire thing. I saw it with my own eyes, so I am the witness. You guys are all in this together. How can your testimonies be trusted when you're just backing each other up? Did anyone else besides you see it? Fine. You're tough, Brother Zhu. I'll give you that. Actually, I should get some credit for this. At least I chose a good official for the people of Huaiyuan County. Someone who can actually lead them to a better life. A good official? A good official bought with 80,000 taels? If we hadn't chosen Zhou Qing, do you know who the next magistrate of Huaiyuan County would have been? The person who was originally chosen. Sister-in-law, you really wouldn't believe it. I know how to do this too. Make sure you bring the stuff here. Don't worry about what society thinks. Now, I'm giving you a chance to have me. Pumpkin, winter melon, cantaloupe, you are my little sweetheart. Ha 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 ha. Hazy, what did you bring this thing for? This is great. Let's keep it. I told you to get the candidate files for Huaiyuan County, not to bring me this junk. This is the person who was originally chosen for Huaiyuan County. All those years of studying hard, being widely read is nothing but an empty reputation. He is the former magistrate of Ping County. He is Xu Qian's eldest brother, but barely anyone knows about this connection. Buying and selling official posts, and forming factions for personal gain. This is what the political arena is really like. Investigate them. Dig until they have nowhere left to hide. So it's all about pulling strings. Pulling strings would be one thing, but this guy is a master of every vice. Drinking, gambling, and smoking. In a good harvest year, his tenant farmers might manage to save a little surplus grain to get through the new year and buy 2 new outfits. But the moment there is a good harvest, he raises the rent, and when the harvest is bad, he never lowers it. His offenses go far beyond just 1 or 2 incidents. Otherwise, why would I take such risks? If this man really is corrupt, Instead of using me to test a magistrate, we actually have a chance to meet the emperor directly. Lao Zhuo, is that why you schemed for this vacancy? I did it to avoid and to push someone who can actually get things done to the top. The methods might not be pretty, but the results will be. In reality, greedy officials aren't entirely useless. How so? What they want is very simple: power and profit. As long as you hold their secrets over them, control how much power you give them, and feed them just enough profit, they will naturally work themselves to the bone for you. But what is wrong with upright officials? They want to be remembered in history as righteous men, and they hold themselves on a high pedestal. But when people can't even feed or clothe themselves, do you think they will listen to the teachings of sages? If the current emperor had been given a chance to study back then, yet was still denied food and denied clothes to wear, leaving him to chew tree bark and dig up grass roots, tell me, wouldn't he still have been driven to absolute desperation? Many people hate greedy officials. But as long as the common people can survive, they won't care about the greedy elites. Otherwise, the court would fall into chaos. But how did these people come to be in the first place? Perhaps they still remember their past ideals. But those original intentions have nothing to do with them anymore. The Magistrate of Ping County is an example I witnessed with my own eyes. The very first time we met, he cursed me for being a greedy man. He belittled me, making me out to be completely worthless. He swore he would never associate with someone like me, much less become like me. And what happened later? Take a guess who sent this junk. Could it be the Magistrate of Ping County himself? And look at all these master brushes, inkstones, and papers. These paintings, calligraphy, and rare books. Every single bit of it, he gave it all to me. Honestly, these things are totally worthless to me. But hey, they look good on display to keep up appearances, so I kept them. If what you're saying is true, he despised you back then and constantly cursed you for being greedy. Old Zhu, would I really lie about something like this? Look over there. He even handwrote that poem himself. Nice handwriting. It really is beautiful. Too bad. His head was completely empty back then. How so? It's simple. Back then, the people we governed were starving and barely had rags to cover their backs. My only thought was to make sure they were fed and clothed first. To give them jobs, to help them earn some money. But that idiot Lu Huaisheng, he chose to teach those starving people how to read. He didn't just mobilize every scholar in the county to do it. He actually went out and taught them himself. I swear, old Zhu, it was hilarious. Every day he'd preach about how knowledge brings wealth and beautiful wives. And guess what? He never dared to utter those words again. Ha 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 ha. Well, teaching the people to read is supposed to be a good thing. But when they are starving and freezing, reading becomes a luxury that can't solve their immediate misery. When you're starving, books can't save your life. That's why an upright official can sometimes be the most destructive. I'm not saying education is bad, but when a man is on the brink of starvation and you force him to read, he'll only ask you one thing. What's that? Can books put food in my stomach? When people don't even know where their next meal is coming from and you start preaching about houses of gold, they'll just think you're a privileged hypocrite who doesn't know what real suffering is. I know many people absolutely detest corrupt officials, and they should. Corrupt officials deserve to be hated. But have you ever stopped to think about how they became that way? How many of them, when they first passed the imperial exams, actually had a heart full of passion and make a lasting name for themselves to make all those years of hard study worth it? Lu Huaisheng was exactly that kind of man back then. So why did he change? Because he realized that the words of the sages couldn't save a starving man, and an upright reputation couldn't buy a single grain of food. So in the end, he came to see me, carrying gifts in his own hands. So you think corrupt officials are blameless? I never said that. Sure, greedy officials are corrupt, and those who deserve to die should absolutely be executed. But if you do nothing but kill, it won't work. Executing one today is just clipping a leaf. Another will pop up tomorrow. Cut down a batch this year, and another grows back. The moment the spring breeze blows, they will still cover the entire field. That's because the root lies deep in human nature and in the system itself. People are afraid of death, yes, but they are also terrified of being poor. People fear the law, but they are also dragged down by their own desires. They get dragged right under. Think about it. You make a man who studied for 20 years just to become an official survive on a salary that can't even feed his family. Yet, you force him to. How long do you think he can resist? It's a vicious cycle. Isn't it a complete joke to expect starving commoners to learn how to read? Whether an official is good or bad is written by historians, but whether the people can actually fill their bellies is something only their own stomachs know. I don't care if future generations curse me as a greedy thief or praise me as a brilliant minister. I only care about whether the people of Fengyang have food to eat today, whether they have work to do tomorrow, and whether they can live with some dignity the day after. As for being incorruptible, that stuff can't put food on the table. Throughout this whole journey, Zhao Xing's greatest strength has always been his ability to manipulate people's hearts. The entire Fengyang County is like an impenetrable fortress. Every single resident in the county is fiercely, unconditionally loyal to him. On top of that, these people hold the technology to manufacture firearms, and their loyalty lies solely with Zhao Xing. When the commoners can't even get enough to eat and can't even afford warm clothes to wear, how could they possibly have the peace of mind to study? Back then, Lu Huaisheng went in person to teach the villagers the three-character classic. The result? Not a single person listened. Later on, he was even brutally told off by the villagers right to his face. For commoners to speak so harshly to their local magistrate, it was as blunt as it gets. Here, let me mimic it for you. My lord, you are our magistrate, the father and mother of our county. We can go along with your wild ideas once or twice, and try to memorize this useless three-character classic. But we beg of you, my lord, please, have some mercy on us. Our children are starving at home, waiting for a handful of rice to cook. Our elderly mothers are desperately waiting for medicine to stay alive. If we memorize these books and recite them perfectly, can it put food in our children's mouths? Can it cure our sick mothers? Can a bunch of words serve as medicine for my dying mother? My lord, we are starving. We really are going to starve to death. You always have plenty to eat, but we can only afford one meal a day. If we don't work, my whole family will die of hunger. If you truly are our leader, the one who's supposed to look out for us, then I beg of you, give us some money, give us food, make those landlords stop squeezing us dry, help our fields grow more grain, and make the fabrics at the cloth shops affordable for us too. We are the ones who grow the cotton, yet we can't even afford to make a single warm coat for our own children. 7 children. Only 4 made it. 1 froze to death. 2 died of sickness. And the other one, we just couldn't afford to feed, so we had to sell them to a wealthy family to work off our debts. Fortunately, we can afford to eat these days. After Lu Huaisheng heard this, he went home utterly devastated. He fell severely ill, burning with a constant high fever. He battled it for nearly 2 months before he finally recovered. And then, once he got better, he came to give me gifts. Old Zhu, wouldn't you say your brother here is amazing? Come on, hurry up and praise me. My hands. Why do they suddenly want to hit someone so badly? Hey, old Zhu, my performance just now was so brilliant, and my throat is completely parched from all that talking. Don't you think you owe me a little tip for the show? Shoo, shoo, shoo. Get lost. I don't have any money. We're both just poor folks. Is that 2? What on earth is 2? I said I have no money, and that's that. Really? I don't believe you. Believe it or not, it's the truth. Anyway, let's put that aside for now. Today, we're strictly talking business. Since you have a way to make money, Magistrate Zhao, why don't you share it with us? If we make a fortune, we definitely won't forget to show our gratitude. Brother Zhao, it's not like we're short on cash. Those contraptions we saw back in your research lab. If you just loosen your grip a bit and sell us 1 or 2 of those cannons, you can name your price. If the business you're really after is weapons, then the 30,000 taels of silver for that glass cup, I will refund it all to you. Whatever hush money you want, I'll pay that too. But this deal? I'd rather lose money than touch it. He's willing to refund even 30,000 taels, yet he absolutely refuses to sell weapons. Does he really want to keep those cannons strictly in his own hands? Why is this old Zhu so obsessed with my weapons? Is he really just here to make money? Or is he planning a rebellion? Old Zhu, we're like brothers here. Be honest with me. Are you aiming for the throne? This kid is testing me. Haha. Brother Zhao, since you asked, I won't hide it from you. You have the weapons, and I have the money and the men. If the two of us team up, and you pull a few strings for me, once our grand plan succeeds, the rewards will be beyond your wildest dreams. You'll be second only to one, and ruling over tens of thousands will be your destiny. Arrest him. What? Wait, what do you think you're doing? Insolent fools, put me down this instant. Heh, you really thought you could drag me into a rebellion? Keep dreaming, sister-in-law. You can't blame me for this. Rebellion is a capital crime that gets your entire clan executed. Old Zhu is actually a pretty decent guy, but he absolutely cannot have these kinds of treasonous thoughts. County Magistrate Zhao, you've got it all wrong. Wrong or not, we're locking you up first. Zhao Xing. I was only joking. A joke? Since when is rebellion something you can joke about? Magistrate Zhao, I had nothing to do with this. I didn't say a single word. Could you please let me down first? Old Liu, we've been friends for so many years, and you're pulling this crap on me? I have to get out first so I can find someone to rescue you. Are you two seriously whispering right in front of me? I can hear every word. Someone take old Zhu and butler Liu to the factory. Don't let them out until their minds have been thoroughly reformed. Reform? Thought reform? Oh, by the way, where is Zhu Damu right now? At the Hongfu Inn, staying in the presidential suite. Heh, what a big spender. He really knows how to enjoy himself. Tell the manager of the Hongfu Inn, triple the price for all of his expenses. No need to worry about him running away. The county office has men keeping an eye on him. Besides, we've got his wife in our hands too. Old Zhu is clearly whipped. I doubt they'll dare to make any rash moves. Zhao Xing, what are you shouting for? Think you're special just because you have a loud voice? Come on, let's go check out the jail. That little girl we locked up earlier, she hasn't said a word despite being starved for 5 or 6 days. She's a tough nut to crack, stubborn and strong-willed. Excuse me, young man. Do you know what kind of place this factory the magistrate spoke of is? It's actually a pretty decent place, especially considering what a shameless scoundrel our magistrate is. You actually dared to cross him, and yet you somehow got out of being sent to the coal mines. Talk about lucky. Working in the coal mines? Are we really going to be digging coal for the rest of our lives? Don't talk nonsense. We don't do that kind of thing here in Fengyang. But if you really want to see what the coal mines are like, that's easy enough. Ha ha! So that's why Zhao Heng's carriage was so steady earlier. It wasn't just because the road was smooth. The shock absorption on that carriage is indeed impressive. Even his carriage has to show us up. Well, what do you think, gentlemen? The grandeur of this east suburb industrial zone is way better than your rundown county seat, isn't it? Since you seem somewhat educated, but clearly can't do heavy labor, you can go work at the paper mill. The paper mill? So the cheap paper in Fengyang County is made there? No wonder production went up by 30% again this month. They even developed new products. The original first-generation paper is dirt cheap now. If being a bailiff wasn't such a secure job, and with meals and housing provided, even I'd want to work at the factory. A while back, the paper mill announced a guaranteed base pay of 8 taels of silver a month, with free meals and housing included. And if your performance is good, there are bonuses too. Haha, a worker making 8 taels a month. And getting free meals and housing on top of that. That is absolutely unheard of. Free meals and housing, but it depends on the conditions. If they feed you once a day and cram dozens of people into a few rooms, they can still call it free board and lodging. That kid, Zhao Xing, is incredibly cunning. We have to see this for ourselves to believe it. Oh, old Chen, you're back again? Come on in for a cup of tea, uncle. Sir, you're quite up there in years. You can just call me Little Chen. What? What did you say? Who's up there in years? Just go along with whatever the old man says. Otherwise, if he collapses right in front of you, you'll be the one in trouble. No, uncle. I was saying that I'm the one who's getting old. We'll come back to chat with you once we get these two settled in. Oh dear Lord, what on earth happened to you this time? Why are you tied up so tightly in broad daylight? Man, young people these days really know how to play. I am not one of those young people. Then you're even more of a troublemaker. Supervisor, factory director. I was wrong. I really truly know I was wrong. I promise I'll never sneak paper out of the factory to sell it again. Tell me, how many times has this been? But selling paper is honestly my first time. That is absolutely ridiculous. First, you stole lunchboxes, and then you stole soap. Does none of that count? The factory gives you food, shelter, and a job, and yet you still steal? Director, please spare me just this once. I really won't dare to do it again. I've already given you 2 chances. This is your 3rd strike. Be good and take your punishment. Drag him down for the paper cannon punishment. No, please, Director. No, I really learned my lesson. Please. I won't go. I'm not going. Haha, Director. This paper cannon punishment. I'm afraid it's not that simple. I wonder how many more ridiculous things can happen in this paper-making town of Fengyang. Master, it seems this paper cannon is the most severe punishment in Fengyang. Not necessarily. What do you mean by that? To some, it is indeed a punishment. But to others, it might as well be a reward. Oh, Director. I made a mistake today, too. I accidentally broke a drying rack. Please, punish me first. Get lost. It's only the 5th day of the month, and you've already messed up more than 10 times. But I admitted I was wrong. You've already claimed way too many of your employee benefits. Come back next month. Then, can I take the punishment for that coworker instead? Please? Get lost right now, or I'll kick you out of the factory. Fengyang is truly full of hidden talents. What do you mean by that, sir? Just assign them. Oh, no. Just give them the regular treatment of full-time workers. They do whatever everyone else does. No special treatment, got it? All right, follow me. Let's check out the paper mill first before we talk about the rules. First, everyone gets 2 sets of uniforms and 1 key. What's their deal anyway? Why do they get to cut the line? Exactly! Dressed up in fancy silks like they're somebody, yet they're here competing with us workers. There are quite a lot of people in this factory. What's all the racket? You don't want to work anymore, is that it? You haven't even finished onboarding yet. If you don't want to do the work, go home right now. Everyone gets 2 sets of uniforms, 1 to wear, 1 to wash. Once they're worn out, just trade the old ones for new ones. Here is your wash basin. 3 towels. 1 set of bedding, grab it yourself. Here's your key. There is 1 locker for each person in the dorm to store your things. And here are your ID badges. Write your names on them and register with your thumbprint. From now on, you'll use this badge to get your 3 meals a day. How much silver does all this cost? Oh, what a bizarre question. The last time I heard someone ask, that was last year. Wait, we don't have to pay. These are all employee benefits provided by the factory. No charge, and nothing is deducted from your wages. During holidays, the factory even hands out rice, flour, grain, and oil. Make sure to write down your birthday too. On your birthday, the factory will make you a cake. Cake is sweet and absolutely delicious. All these benefits were proposed by Lord Zhao. Lord Zhao might be shrewd and greedy, but he really is a good official. Anyway, his greed never hurts us poor folks. He even looks out for our well-being. So, we support him. He loves money, but at least he has principles. So sharp and spirited. Everyone recognizes him from a mile away. The people of Fengyang have a surprisingly consistent view of the paper mill. If anyone tells you that you have to pay for these things or that your wages will be deducted, it's completely fake. What if someone actually does that? Once the report is verified, you will be rewarded with 10 taels of silver. As an old minister, I impeach officials in the imperial court every single day, and I have exposed plenty of illegal acts and corruption. I may not have glory, but I've certainly put in the hard work. How about you give me a little reward too? Get lost. I'm not like that massive corrupt official, Zhao Xing, who is filthy rich and dripping with fat. I review imperial memorials all day long. Even when the dogs have gone to sleep, I still can't sleep. And I don't see anyone giving me a reward, do I? Our paper mill runs on a 40-hour work week. 40 hours. Start work at 9 and take a 2-hour break at 11 for eating and sleeping. And at 5 in the evening, you clock off. That is 6 hours of work a day, with a monthly salary of 8 taels of silver, free meals and housing included, plus extra benefits. If hired hands back then had benefits like this, why on earth would I have raised a rebellion? This world is so vast. Yet, how many commoners can actually live such a peaceful life? If I cannot make this a reality for everyone one day, then I cannot slack off for even a single day. When you first start work tomorrow, an experienced master will guide you. If you don't know something, just ask. Don't go touching the machinery blindly. There is a monthly water quota for the factory. No wasting allowed. And most importantly, none of the factory's items or technologies are allowed to be taken outside. You will sign an employment contract, a non-disclosure agreement, and the factory rules and reward punishment policy. You will sign and leave your thumbprint on them shortly. If anyone dares to leak our technology, they will definitely be handled with the absolute utmost severity. The rules are clear. Everyone's duties and rights are well defined. We value honesty, but everything must be backed by proof. My lord's way of handling justice is practically a masterclass in court politics. 4 people to a room. You guys are sponsoring this room. We don't cram dozens of people together for forced labor, nor do we skimp on food with just 1 lousy meal a day. What on earth are you thinking? Lord Zhao might be shrewd, but if he actually tried to cheat the workers on food and lodging, the workers would block the factory gates and deal with him themselves. As for dinner, you get it at the cafeteria with your work badge. The cafeteria has plenty of food, both meat and vegetables, but don't waste any of it. If you waste food, you will be fined.